Podcast. I am your host, Colton Smith, or Left Turn Central, here joined by co-host Ben Miller. And you might want to turn off your speaker, Ben, or turn it down a little bit. I can hear myself. And then Brandon Bull Davis. And we are all here today to talk some post Darlington action. The race we have been waiting for weeks now has finally happened. I will admit I had to catch up via very what's the word sped up rewatch after the race. But guys, this is starting to get real. Tyler Reddick is running away with this thing, and NASCAR is very, very thankful they did not implement the good old format of 36 races straight, because Tyler Reddick might win this thing by 200 points if that were the case. So, fourth win of the season for Tyler Reddick, and just not necessarily a dominant win, but still he was able to have an issue on pit road and find his way back to the front, unlike his 2311 teammate that was on my Fast Five. Congratulations on your son. Sorry, your child, Bubba Wallace. I do mean that sincerely, but maybe celebrate with the top 10 when to hurt anybody. But I get it. It happens, especially with Bubba Wallace and his luck. So hopefully it turns around next week. He's still third in the points, so can't complain there. But I'll turn it to you guys. I know you guys watched the race from start to finish. Bull, starting with you, what did you think of this race? I know you were the one that's been hyping it up before even the drivers were.
And I actually really enjoyed it. It was everything that they told us it was going to be. Cars were out of control. We had tire fall off. There was people who were able to pass, different strategies. It was everything. I mean, people are going to say it was a boring race, but I actually enjoyed it. At lap 10, we were at 1.7 seconds of fall off in 10 laps in the opening stint of the race. It ended up being almost 3 seconds, I think, before they pit. And that's what we wanted. We got low downforce, more horsepower, tire wear. It's what we wanted. So I can't complain. That's what NASCAR fans have asked for, and that's what NASCAR gave us.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, overall, I felt like it was a good race at Darlington. I mean, more horsepower, the tire fall off. I mean, as a fan, I feel like that was really entertaining to watch. I mean, so many different strategies, too. I mean, especially when that caution came out when Riley Herbst spun down the front stretch. I mean, we saw a couple guys, I think it was like 5 or 6 drivers that stayed out. So they were trying to play the strategy a little bit. So, yeah, that was definitely entertaining to watch, and seeing if it was going to work out for them, and see which drivers it was not going to benefit. So, yeah, there was times where I was at the edge of my seat seeing which strategy was going to work, which strategy was not going to work. So, but yeah, that was definitely entertaining to watch as a fan. But yeah, it was, yeah, that was definitely really fun.
Yeah, definitely want to see more of that throughout the schedule. Very curious because we will be getting Martinsville next week. We'll be going to the 750 package there. So I'm curious how that changes it. Obviously, it's going to be a hard place to pass, but how does the tire wear affect the racing at Martinsville? And because that's a race that back in the day we used to see a lot of comers and goers. I can remember Chase Elliott always having the long run car there back when we had tire wear. So I'm really excited for that. But looking back to this week, like I said, Tyler Reddick got the win, but he wasn't necessarily the dominant force throughout the race. It was Brad Keselowski who got the 2 stage wins. Got second place today, fell just short of getting that elusive win that he's been looking to get for a while now, but still a very positive look. And Brad Keselowski is a guy that instead of getting Bubba Wallace, I probably should have gotten looking at these results, but it is what it is. I went with who has been getting the best overall races, because Keselowski has been one that doesn't necessarily qualify well, but finds himself in the top 10. Well, he found himself up front early and really didn't take it away really until the end when he just was on a different strategy. Tyler Reddick was on fresher tires. Tyler Reddick had the fastest car in the field, and that was just what happened. But that cannot discount what these Roush boys brought this weekend. Priest was a step behind from them. He was 6th in the stage 2. and 10th or 11th in stage one. Finished the race in 13th. So I feel like Priest just isn't quite to the level of a Brad Keselowski or uh, a Tyler, or not Tyler Reddick. I mean, yeah, not Tyler Reddick, but or Chris Buescher with how when Roush gives him the best, he's also getting probably the third best equipment of those three. So still, regardless, huge kudos. It was great seeing the Greg Biffle schemes up front, and I'm glad they got their time to shine for sure.
At one point they were running 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
Brad was leading, Busher second, and Priest was running third. I will say, I think if Reddick wouldn't have had the battery issue and the bad stop, he may have led every lap of this race. He
Mm-hmm.
had the best car in the field. It looked great and just showed the perseverance of that team this year, having the battery, having replaced the battery, come all the way from the back. He was shown in 20th, but since he pit before pit road, he had to start dead last. Since he pit before pit road was open, and still was able to battle his way back and ultimately get the victory.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, overall, with starting off with RFK first, I mean, obviously they showed up with really good speed. I mean, like we talked about with Brad Keselowski, he dominated the race, leading the most laps, and Chris Buescher. I mean, this is obviously Darlington is obviously a great racetrack for him. I mean, he's finished top 10 in 6 of the last 7 races, so it's no surprise to see that 17 car up there. But yeah, overall, I mean, really good performance by RFK Racing. I mean, especially running those Greg Biffle tribute paint schemes. I mean, they were running 1, 2, 3 throughout the race, or part of the race, I should say, like Bull mentioned, and I just feel like that was definitely really cool to see. I mean, but yeah, overall, that this is a step in the right direction for RFK. I mean, even though they got off to a sluggish, I wouldn't say sluggish, but maybe not the best start to this 2026 season. I mean, going into this race, they really turned it around. I mean, obviously with Keselowski, Buescher, and we saw Priest showing speed earlier in the race, but have the didn't really have the speed there at the end of the race. But yeah, I feel like this is a great step in the right direction for RFK Racing, and who knows? I feel like this is going to be the beginning. But talk about our winner today, Tyler Reddick. I mean, 4th win of the year, and I mean, it's just crazy that he had such a good car today, and the fact that he had a battery issue. I mean, he had all sorts of things going on. I mean, the battery issue, the belt, things with his cool suit, and he still managed to work his way back to the front and ultimately getting his 4th win of the year. I mean, 4 wins in the first 6 races, guys. I mean, that's just crazy.
It's only the third time that's been done.
Yeah, that's right. Dale Earnhardt and Bill Elliott, I believe.
I think the last time was 1992.
1992. I think
Did they go on to win the championship that year?
That I'm not sure.
92.
I bet Dale did. I don't know about Elliott. But Ben, I'm going to ask if you don't mind. Could you find a headset or something so I'm not hearing myself twice?
Headset. I think I might have some earbuds.
Headset, earbuds, whatever you got, so that the noise isn't coming up from your speaker into your mic. I'm sure that's not too appealing to the people watching either.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I can't guarantee it.
All right. Well, we can hope. But yeah, looking back at these results, Tyler Reddick in first, Brad Keselowski in second, and then we got Ryan Blaney scrounging out a 3rd place finish. Not really sure where he came from. He had a really fast car, had issues on pit road, and then worked his way back up. They had the chart where he went past the field, went and then back up through the field. So good run from Ryan Blaney. Could have maybe competed for a win had he not held himself back so far. Carson Hocevar, I bet he'll be the talk of the town this week. 4th place finish for Mr. Hocevar at a track that requires a lot of talent.
I don't know where he came from.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree on that.
Neither did I.
He wasn't up there all day until the very end. I might have missed it. I don't know if he had an extra pit stop in there for fresher tires,
I believe he did.
like somebody else in a truck race that we'll get to later. but he came out of absolute nowhere.
Yeah. Credit to him. That's the kind of finishes we need to see out of that 77 if he's going to be living up to the Dale hype. Fifth place finish, Austin Cindric, the Flash Man, fifth place.
Showing flashes, fellas.
Yep. He might as well just be the best driver at Penske at this point. A fifth place finish for Austin Cindric. That's the goalpost we set for him. He's a champion in my book. Ty Gibbs in sixth place. Daniel Suarez sneaking out a seventh place finish in the 7. We thought maybe he'd start slowing down now that we get to these ovals or whatever you call Darlington, a weird shaped oval, egg looking oval. Seventh place finish for Mr. Suarez, in front of notably Ross Chastain, if you will. William Byron, eighth place finish. Chris Buescher finishes ninth. I think he was higher, but he was on the older strategy as well and had faded through the field. And then round out your top 10. I would also argue, where the hell did Eric Jones come from? Skipping through, I didn't see him in the top 20 really that much.
He was up
must
there.
Have fresher tires.
He was up there earlier, and he was involved in that Hamlin and Bubba wreck, running around 12th place.
Mm-hmm.
So he was up there after that spin. Had to work his way back up there.
Yeah, it's definitely a big win today for Eric Jones. I mean, coming back from that spin to get a top 10 at a track that he's really, really good at, so that's a step in the right direction for that 43 team. I mean, much needed. I mean, second top 10 of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great, like, for Eric Jones, I would say the bar is sitting at around 10th, 7 top 10s on the year. 2 already is a really great start for him. We got Kid Latin in the chat saying it should have been RFK Racing and Brad Keselowski or Chris Buescher, and it was going great until Tyler Reddick, a.k.a. Jackson Storm, showed up and ruined it, spinning out Chris Buescher and winning. I'm upset.
I'm really upset.
I couldn't tell you're upset.
I'm really upset Brad Keselowski didn't get the win. Some of you know I may place a few bets every now and then. Brad Keselowski was running third, and they had him at 16-1 when he was in third place in stage 2. That could have been a nice little payday.
Yeah. I mean,
for real.
But
of course, Eric Jones and Denny Hamlin both bounced back to top 15 finishes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Go ahead, Ben.
Oh, you're good. So now that I'm thinking about it, guys, I mean, obviously, RFK, what a strong day for them, like we talked about. But yeah, I feel like in a way, Chris Buescher, if he didn't get into that mishap with Tyler Reddick coming to pit road, I mean, I just think he could have been in victory lane today. I mean, he had the car, he had the speed, and he just ran into some misfortune with Reddick there. But yeah, that was definitely a misfortune there for him, Chris Buescher. I mean, just had a good car, but just didn't go his way. I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, he could have sustained a lot more damage and not come out here with a solid finish. So, but yeah, if that mishap didn't happen, I feel like Chris Buescher, he probably would have been in victory lane.
Very well could have, for sure. But I want to, again, shout out Ty Gibbs, again with the top 10 finish. Hasn't finished outside the top 10 since I called him a lazy bum. Should have gone with Ty Gibbs, not Bubba Wallace.
I actually got it pulled up. Since we called him a lazy bum, he has had a fourth, fifth, and sixth place finish the last 4 weeks since he was called a lazy bum.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Ty. Anytime. But, I mean, again, shout out to Gibbs. Shout out to Hocevar, Cindric, Suarez, all not normal top 10 guys find their way into even the top 5. Got to give credit where credit is due there. And, that looks really good at this early stage of the playoffs. Ty Gibbs is so back, says Christopher Pinnell. Yeah, I guess so. He's looking like Xfinity form if getting wins was top.
I think we lost you there,
because he's just on a roll. If that's not found his way up there. Yeah, apparently I'm having connection issues because I know Ben's got me delayed as well. Weird how I'm the one hosting the lobby, but somehow I'm the one with connection issues. since you guys are on the same time. So
Yeah, I'll guys.
one day they'll get me. It's so delayed. I'm just gonna back out. Wait. I can't back out. I'm hosting the thing. Sorry. One of y'all go.
One of the drivers that I want to point out is Riley Herbst. Just the start of the season at Daytona, he finished 8th, Atlanta 33rd, and since Coda, he's finished 23rd, 18th, 23rd. Today, he did have a 35th place finish. He was running 12th, 12th to 15th most of the race until late in the end, got spun out by Zilich when Zilich just said he misjudged it. So he was about to have another top 20 finish today. Just got to give a shout out to Riley Herbst putting it together for year 2, having a pretty decent start to the season. And if you look at the standings, he is. I just had it pulled up. He's 27th in the points right now, with 37th place finish, or 230, a 33rd and a 35th. So still battling. But yeah, had a great race going today, and it would have been a lot better if it didn't get spun out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I even saw on Twitter that Riley Herbst, he put a tweet saying that this weekend, this was the most fun that he ever had in a Cup car.
He definitely looked good doing it too. He started, I think, 14th, 15th within
14th.
the first couple of laps, made it up to 12th, and just hung around there. Pretty much all of stage 1, was running there in stage 2. Fell back a little bit towards the end of stage 2 to right around the top 20. Still had a great race going. I would like to have seen where he would have ended up. He got into it, like I said, with Zilich. Zilich ended up finishing 18th, so he could have had another top 20 day.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know,
Totally
overall,
agree.
it's definitely nice to see Riley Herbst showing those flashes, and you know, this is a big year for him, though. I mean, obviously, well, I see you smiling, but obviously, he was in the hot seat going into this year. I mean, we know all the talks about Corey Heim going to the 35 in 2027, but you know, it's definitely good to see that Riley Herbst, he's showing his potential, what he can do in the Cup Series. I mean, like we talked about, he was running up in the top 12 at the beginning of the race, and you know, he had a great, I wouldn't say, he had a solid qualifying effort on Saturday. So, I mean, but you guys still think it's Heim time?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
If
Riley can keep running top 20, he was going to get another top 20 finish today.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Is that what we're striving for at 2311? His teammate won.
Correct.
Yeah.
But here's why I say that. His dad, Riley Herbst's dad, paid for that car. The sponsorship that Riley has in that
We're all
car,
aware.
the sponsorship he has in that car, if he can keep running top 20, and I know he didn't finish top 20 today, but he was going to finish top 20 if he didn't get spun out. Yes, I know Corey Heim is a generational talent, and he's going to be an excellent Cup Series driver. But I don't think they can kick Herbst out if he keeps running like this.
You're probably right. It's just so ass backwards, man. It's like watching who's the most average sports. It's like watching Andy Dalton stop Patrick Mahomes from getting into the NFL. Like that's what it feels like. That's rude to Andy Dalton. It's like watching Jacoby Brissett stop Patrick Mahomes from getting in the NFL. And imagine that. Like if they just.
I completely agree with you. I'm not saying it's right, but with the money that car sponsors, I don't know how big a sponsor Heim has, but with the money that car brings in sponsorship wise, if he can just get decent results, because Bubba's and Reddick's performance is just going to elevate that car as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. but
sure.
it's wrong. Hopefully, at least he will end up getting the whatever car the Legacy Motor Club car will end up being, or hopefully he just grows a pair and goes to a different manufacturer, like I've been saying for 2 years now.
Well, I also seen some
But we'll see.
discussion on Twitter of 2311 just running a full-time open car.
Well, Heim should be able to qualify other than the
Yeah,
Daytona
make-
500.
Make that 67 just a full-time open car.
They've done it before. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
But looking through the chat here, Chinry 20 has been showing some flashes, so I'll give him some love. He said he's late. March Madness took preference. Also, never trust Virginia. Yeah, that's my fault. I put him in my Final Four. Why would I ever trust Virginia? Maybe because the one time that they did win was because they beat the shit out of my heart. Beat Purdue. And then he says the Gibbs and Young Byron comparison I made last year might be legit, which honestly, I do kind of see that. They both came in the Cup Series at the age of like 12. They both took about 4 years to really find their footing. And maybe this is the year that Gibbs finally gets some wins. So he's definitely proven a lot. Somehow he dropped in the point standings, though. He was 10th, now he's 11th, but he still had a great day regardless. And then Chinry also says, even if Riley goes better, Heim has more potential, and MJ got the cash to buy that away from Riley's daddy. I don't think MJ is going to do that. Personally, I agree with Bull. I think he doesn't have enough pull. I don't think him and Heim have a connection enough for him to be like, yeah, we're kicking out Herbst, because him and Herbst probably have a good enough connection as well.
Sure. I don't even think it's right, but I just think that's how it is with making money. MJ is a businessman. If the more he can get out of sponsorship, the more he's going to go with that.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Taking a look at these point standings, though, Tyler Reddick, I don't even know if we'll have to say this anymore because we'll just be like, oh yeah, Tyler Reddick's leading. He is now up 95 points on second place Ryan Blaney, who slides in after Bubba Wallace finishes 35th. He has a good 20-ish, 25-point cushion on Bubba Wallace. Then Denny Hamlin jumps up to fourth place in the point standings with a 203. Again, NASCAR's website refuses to actually give correct data upon, like, Hamlin didn't jump 8 spots into fourth place. He jumped maybe a spot or two. But yeah, NASCAR refuses to give accurate data upon that. Chase Elliott drops down to 5th place. I believe he was in 4th. Blaney was in 2nd, so maybe that's accurate. Then you got William Byron in 6th place. Chris Buescher in 7th. He jumps up after getting a bunch of stage points. Brad Keselowski's teammate jumps up to 9th place. Christopher Bell drops a couple spots to 8th place. Kyle Larson rounds out your top 10. I think Ty Gibbs must have gotten jumped by Brad Keselowski. That's why he's in 11th, even though he finished 6th place. I think he didn't get the stage points, so that makes sense. Ryan Preece jumps up a couple spots to 12th. Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, both on the up and up to 13th and 14th, respectively. Shane Van Gisbergen took a tanking fall today. Maybe you should keep picking them both. 15th place for him. Joey Logano rounds out your top 16, also free fall in 16th.
Can I stop you right there on Joey Logano? What the hell was up with his car today? He couldn't get out. He couldn't drive his way out of a wet paper bag today if he tried. That car was slow.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, he went a lap down early in the race, like not even halfway through stage 1, I believe. That's when he went a lap down, and his race was pretty much done.
Is Joey Laguna cooked? Sorry.
Today it was Joey Slogano.
Joey Slogano.
Joey looked like he was in the 48.
Yeah. Joey to the 48 confirmed. Yeah, that was a rough look. Well, actually, it's probably because it took talent, and Joey Logano just has bullshit. I'm kidding. He has 40 wins. Obviously, he's talented. Or he's going to have 40 wins before it's all said and done if he doesn't already. Michael McDowell in 17th. I got to mention, looking at this cut line, he's tied with Joey Logano in the point standings right now. AJ Allmendinger falls to 18th. Zane Smith has snuck his way into 19th. And Ross Chastain finds his way to 20th in the point standings. Trackhouse is probably a good talking point for later in the show because they were a big talking point of their lack of qualifying. Some other notables, Chase Briscoe has made his leap up to 22nd in the point standings. Kyle Busch was a non-factor all day. He finds himself 23rd in the point standings. Eric Jones with his top 10 jumps up to 24th in the points. Herbst has now fallen to 27th with his 35th place finish, but still looking good. Let's see. Connor Zilich with a decent, 18th place finish, I believe. He finishes, he's now 33rd in the point standings, leaping ahead of Cole Custer and Cody Ware. Good job. That's what you were supposed to do weeks ago. And then I think that's really it for the notables in the point standings as of right now. I would say Briscoe is really the only one. Briscoe and Chastain were probably the only ones that are really expected to be in the playoffs, like locks that currently don't find themselves in the playoffs. I think we all can agree Briscoe will find himself back in there, but I don't know about Ross Chastain.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Chase Briscoe, he had such a fast race car today. I mean, he had a top 5 car, a car that could potentially took him to his 3rd win at Darlington, but the bad luck continues, guys. I mean, Briscoe, he's shown speed from the beginning of the year. He's just been running into so much bad luck. I mean, he was on track for a top 5 today, and then he coming to the white flag, I believe, he got into it with Riley Herbst and ultimately finishing in 12th. So, I mean, the speed is there. Like, these guys, they just need to put together consistent runs and good finishes. I mean, obviously we're 6 races in, so, I mean, it's not a time to worry about Chase Briscoe. I mean, we know the kind of driver he is. I mean, like I said, he's just been running into a lot of bad luck in these first 6 races. I mean, the speed is there. But they just need to convert and try to put these finishes together. But yeah, I mean, even though he's deep in the point standings, it's not. I don't have to worry about Chase Briscoe because eventually he's going to dig himself out of the hole, and then he's going to get back to winning form and putting together consistent top 5 finishes, and he's going to win some races this year. There's no doubt about it. So no need to worry about Chase Briscoe.
Yeah. Another one? Did you actually hear what happened to Kyle Larson with like 5 laps to go? Running inside the top 10, and talked about either a tire going down or something. Ended up with a 32nd place finish.
No, the radio. They asked him on the radio, "Did a tire go down, or did you just mess up?" And he said he messed up, and that made his toe link go down. That's what caused it.
Yeah, the toe link.
So I'm assuming
I see Larson's fans getting mad at him like they don't have 2 championships. It's like they're like, "Oh, boo-hoo, why would you make such a dumb mistake? Like, you just won a championship, dude. I don't want to hear it."
Mm-hmm.
That's just Kyle Larson. You should know that by now.
Talking about point standings, the reason Bubba Wallace even is able to hold 3rd is he has scored the most stage points in the entire Cup Series by almost 20 points. Blaney,
I don't think
Bell,
it's 20 anymore.
So they have 37, Blaney, Bell, and Reddick, and he has looks like 53. So
18, yeah, that's last week's.
Yep.
Currently, he sits at 60 with Ryan Blaney having 54, and then Tyler Reddick having 52.
And even with the bad finish today, he still got stage points in stage 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you're 100%. Yep. Yeah, I'm not trying to debunk your theory. Like, his stage points has been his big thing. I just wanted to clear up the stats.
No, yeah,
Yeah, but like jumping off of your point there, Bubba Wallace's big thing has been, and that was something that was the case last year. He was definitely like top 5, top 3 in stage points last season. It's the finishes. He started off the year getting those finishes. I think this is his first finish outside the top 11 this season, and it took misfortune early on in the race. So I don't blame this on Bubba Wallace. I was giving him shit earlier in the episode because he was on my team. I want to give you shit if you don't perform, but at the end of the day, it's been a really great start for him. It's a shame his kind of momentum gets stalled here. Hopefully, it's not the end of the world. Martinsville is one of his better tracks, so hopefully he can turn that around. At least it was coming up in the series. So Hopefully, he can get back onto the right track at Martinsville and do well there and get the stage points that he's been accustomed to getting. Because I think that's a really good strategy that will get you pretty far. I mean, Larson, that's really what's keeping him in the top 16. If we're being honest, he has 50 stage points to this point. He has 176. If he gets half of that, 25, he falls down to about the. I guess he'd still be in the playoffs, but he'd fall down about 13th or 14th with Hocevar and Suarez. So the stage points, I think that's honestly what we were missing in this chase back before. Like if we had these stage points in the chase, we honestly may have never gone away from the chase, because I think this just adds a whole nother layer. And Chenry says did spelled Laguna wrong. He said Luganer. Joey Luganer with Todd Gordon at Penske, 21 wins, 100 top fives, and 159 top tens in 7 seasons. And then Kid Latin says it would have been 20 years after Greg Biffle won Darlington. That would have been poetic.
Yeah,
that would have been poetic for an RFK win. That's a bummer that didn't happen. Screw you, Tyrek. You should have let off.
It had also been 60-something races since Brad Keselowski last won, and his last win was also at Darlington.
2 years ago, Yep. Yeah, I mean, from what Kid Latin said in the chat, 20 years after Greg Biffle's Southern 500 win at Darlington, that would have been cool to see one of those RFK cars win 20 years later to honor him. So, that would have been neat to see. But overall, though, like we talked about, RFK, they had such strong cars today. And, just seeing those Biffle tributes and see them running well in them, I feel like that's all that we can ask for.
And then Chenry finished his Todd Gordon point. Without Todd Gordon, Logano has 14 wins, 59 top fives, 101 top tens, start of year 7 now. So, yeah, I would argue it's a different landscape for sure. Like wins, except for I guess this year now, Tyler Reddick's going to get like 10 wins, but wins are kind of evenly distributed. But still, he has championships, so I guess we can't really argue with him. Mm-hmm. But I do agree with this point. I think Todd made Joey elite, and he's just good without him. But he does have Paul Wolf, so you can't really act like he has a nobody on the box.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask: do you think it's time to start to panic if you're Hendrick now? If you look at the standings today, the highest Chevy was Carson Hocevar in 4th, and then the next Chevy was Daniel Suarez in 7th. The first Hendrick car was William Byron in 8th.
Yeah,
I know at one point Larson even got out in front, and he wasn't even able to lead very many laps before he got swallowed up and passed. So is it time for Hendrick to start panicking? It seems like some of the other Chevys may have figured it out, but right now we're just in a straight Toyota domination. And then today throw in Ford.
Yeah, I think it's definitely time to sound the alarm for Chevy. I think maybe I'm not saying call it a season, like it's chalked, we got to figure something out. Like there's still so much time left. And I can remember when we switched to the Camaro originally, Chase Elliott was the one to figure it out at the end of the season. So maybe that'll happen again, but they did kind of figure it out in the second half of the year. Regardless, I think there is something to be said about the difference between Chevy last week on the 550 or 670 horsepower. What was it at Las Vegas?
That was the 550.
Is it 550? The 550 package versus Chevy on this new 750 package. 750 package. So I think there's something to be said about the duality of that. It's a new package, and there's going to be teams, Toyota especially, that are going to find it. I think Toyota benefits from just having Denny Hamlin. Think about all the knowledge Denny Hamlin has to help with setups that he weighs and, this, that, and the third, that he can just help Toyota with the information. Who does Chevy really have in their stable that was around for those times and was old enough to really retain it? Like obviously Chase Elliott was there and some other, Kyle Larson was there. but I don't know if they were really around enough to really, bring that information like Denny Hamlin would, if that makes any sense.
You also can't forget Toyota has the face of JGR.
Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs.
Is that the agenda this year? Ty Gibbs face of JGR. Yeah, Chase Briscoe.
If I'm Hendrick, I'm relying on Larson. He, as much as he races all different aspects of motorsports. He'll race dirt. It doesn't matter. That's the kind of knowledge that should help in figuring out the car. And then you also have Jeff Gordon leading Hendrick. That should play a big role with his knowledge of the past racing there and what he knows. So I don't know. I do agree. I think it's time to sound the alarms, but I don't think it's time to straight panic yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to try to
That's
straight
fair.
panic. Yeah, I'm not going to try to straight panic myself. I mean, obviously we're 6 races in. I mean, Hendrick, I mean, they show up with like top 10 speed, but I mean, yeah, it's just been the Toyotas this year. I mean, but with this new body that Chevrolet, like the Chevy teams are still trying to learn. I mean, especially with Hendrick, they're still trying to get used to the new body on the Chevrolets and things like that. But yeah, I don't think it's time. I don't think it's time to panic just yet. I mean, eventually they're going to figure it out, and then Hendrick, they're going to try to improve as the season progresses, and eventually we're going to see those guys in victory lanes. So, yeah, it's not time. It's not time to panic for Hendrick Motorsports just.
I mean, if you look at the standings, three of the 4 cars are still in the top 10 in standings. Take out Alex Bowman, and he's still going through his medical issue. But 3 of the 4 cars are still in the playoffs currently. My big worry for them would be the Toyotas are getting, especially Reddick's getting a big lead. And some of the drivers have said if you're not in the top 4 when the playoffs start, there's been a couple people do some simulations, and you would have, at minimum, you would have to be in the top 6 when the playoffs start to be able to win when the chase starts to win the championship, because that first place driver is going to get so many bonus points to start.
I would argue it's one of those where typically, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I think you can run as many simulations as you want, but human willpower can do a lot, because I think a lot of people would have said that back in 2011 when Tony Stewart had a so-so start the year. Well, that's not actually a fair comparison, because what do you have, like a 20-point hole they started with or something? So never mind. I was grasping for straws there.
If I remember correctly, now the
you see my point. I think.
Go ahead.
Now I lost my train of thought, but it was going to. I think the main thing is going to be winning, which is 70 point, help. If you start in 10th place, but you win 4 races like Tyler Reddick just did in the playoffs, I think you're right up there and you have just as much a chance. But it's not something you can obviously, bank on having happen. But I'm just trying to say that the door is still very much open, even if you're outside that top 6. But I see your point. If I'm Hendrick, I'm gunning for that top 6 when I get to the chase, and even higher. I want to be out at the top because I'm Hendrick.
Yep, for sure.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty good conversation on Darlington. If you guys have anything in the comments you want to bring up, we might talk a little bit at the end. But if you guys want to bring up, what are your guys' thoughts on Chevy and especially Hendrick's start to the year? Is this a repeat of 2018, or is it just a slow start? They'll get things back going. Chinnery said Chase was a lap away from winning last week and top 5 in points. Toyota is clearly better, though. Yeah, you want to have a dominant manufacturer, but it doesn't necessarily rule you out of putting in a good show. And that's the thing. You don't have to necessarily win to win it all, but boy, oh boy, does it get easier if you start winning like Tyler Reddick. So we'll just have to, again, it's easy to think the world is over, but what are we on, race 6?
Race 6.
race 6 for things to develop, or just Tyler Reddick win 15 races and we call it a season. A Terry Stewart run can happen. Thank you, Chenry. Bull like that one too. But
Shout out Smoke.
shout out Smoke. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Xfinity Series. Nope. Damn it.
O'Reilly Series.
As I said it, I knew I was wrong. The O'Reilly Series, where we have somebody kind of running away with the standings as well. Justin Allgaier gets yet another win at Darlington Raceway, edging out Brandon Jones, who finished second, Larson, who led the most laps throughout the race, and Christopher Bell also got third place in that race. Carson Kvapil rounded out the top 5 in the one car. Corey Day, another top 10. Another day, another top 10 for Mr. Day. Mm-hmm. Sheldon Creed in 7th. Parker Retzlaff, the talk of the O'Reilly Series garage, 8th place finish. Sammy Smith 9th, and Sam Mayer rounding out your top 10. Bull, I think you watched this race.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I usually love the O'Reilly Series races, but this race stunk. I thought it was the worst race of the weekend by far.
Dang. Why is that, do you think?
Do tell.
I don't know. Larson led 107 laps. I really thought Brandon Jones was going to make it an interesting race and actually get the win. But Brandon Jones couldn't pull a hair out of – never mind, I'm going to stop there. Brandon Jones couldn't on restarts, he couldn't do anything, and Allgaier was just able to pull away. And you had some fall off in the O'Reilly Series, but not as much as you did win in the Cup Series or even the Truck Series. So I definitely thought this was the worst race of the weekend by far.
Really? Interesting.
Fair enough. Henry says, love people questioning the 23-11 dominance yet. No suspicions of JRM because Dale Jr. owns the team. Yeah, I do find it suspicious. I don't know about the point on JRM, but I definitely find it suspicious that 23-11 people are like dogging. Well, we all know why people are dogging on 23-11. We don't have to go there, but it is silly. Like, oh, they're cheating because they were suing NASCAR. Were they were the only team that sued NASCAR though, right? There wasn't another team on that. I wonder how they're. Wait, there was. How are they doing this season? Let me pull up the old trusty dusty standings here. Oh, Zane Smith 19th, Noah Gragson 29th, Todd Gillen 30th. They didn't get whatever lucky deal 23-11 struck. They didn't get that part of the lawsuit. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gotta love NASCAR fans just trying to find any excuse for anything. But taking a look at these standings here in the good old O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Allgaier is your leader. He has a 52-point lead, so not pulling out as far as Tyler Reddick is. Jesse Love is who he currently has the lead on. And you look at Carson Kvapil, my championship pick, he is 84 points behind. Allgaier has quite a few win-ins to get if he wants to catch his teammate. Then you have Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill rounding out your top 5. Sammy Smith, Corey Day, Brandon Jones, Parker Retzlaff in the 99 Viking Motorsports, 9th place in the point standings. I'd like to bring the conversation back to him once I finish talking about these guys. Raja Karuf didn't quite get the finish that he had kind of got the reputation for to start the year. Again, you got to remember he's driving for Jordan Anderson Racing, so he's not going to get a top 10 car week in and week out, and probably not even when he finishes top 10 does he have a top 10 car.
Well, he's also racing some with Junior Motorsports.
Yeah,
he's got the Carson Kvapil
at some point.
Yeah, he's racing with two different cars this year.
Right, but he hasn't ran in the 88's way he's supposed to run.
I think he has once or twice this year so far.
I was going to say, yeah, I think he ran it at Daytona.
Obviously.
I think he ran the 88 at Daytona and Atlanta, if I'm remembering correctly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, he was running the 32 last weekend and did not have a top 10 day. unfortunately. But he was on Breakfast Club, I believe, that podcast. And that's some really good exposure. That's a huge podcast. I see clips from it all the time. So glad he's getting some exposure there, and hopefully he's able to. Wasn't able to back it up with a great performance, but he's got a long season ahead of him, and he's in the top 10. He's ahead of Sam Mayer right now, ahead of Taylor Gray right now, running in JGR equipment. So huge credit to Roger Caruth and what he's doing this season. Definitely. And then you got Mr. Sandwich just outside in 13th, about 10 points behind Taylor Gray for the cutoff spot there. Brendan Poole, I got to give a shout out to him as well in the 44, currently wheeling to 14th in the point standings. That's a good run for the 44 team. And that ends my shout outs. I do want to point out that Harrison Burton is 26th in the point standings. Still an ugly start to the year for him. Nick Sanchez, 22nd. They both have some work to do. I expect them to be around that top 12, if you ask me. And but I want to circle back to Parker Retzlaff, who has gotten a lot of praise for his performance at Darlington, but it's something that's been brewing. I mean, he's 9th in the point standings right now. Bull, I'll start with you. What have you seen from Retzlaff, if anything, and what do you see maybe a career trajectory working out to be?
So if you look at his stats in 2024, he had an average finish of 23.52. In 2025, he slightly improved to a 22.66. This year, through the 6 races, he has an average finish of 13.33. He has improved an average finish of 9 spots so far this year. So I mean, if he keeps this up, I don't know exactly where I can see him going, but that improvement does not go unnoticed. Owners don't see an improvement of 9 slots, especially with the cars that he's got with Viking. That goes noticed. So people see that. I don't know if he'll go to the Cup Series, but I could see him getting a better ride in the O'Reilly Series next year, and then eventually maybe moving up to a Cup Series. But I'll be interested to see if this continues. He does have 1 top 5, 2 top 10s already this year. Through the previous 4 years combined, he only had 4 top 5s, and he's got 1 in 6 races.
Yeah.
He could have had 1 at Darlington. He didn't finish top 5, but he was in the top 5 for a good portion of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, overall, though, when you look at the first 6 races of the year, I mean, it's definitely nice to see the improvement Parker Retzlaff is on. I mean, like Bull mentioned, I mean, didn't really have a good year in 2025, but like we talked about with this year, I mean, he's definitely shown some improvement. I mean, he's getting some good consistent finishes. I mean, even being top 10 in points, ninth specifically at I mean, with a team like Viking Motorsports, I mean, you got to think like this team, they were struggling with Matt DiBenedetto. I mean, I feel like he's outperforming that equipment really well. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Retzlaff can keep this up throughout the season, see if he'll get a better ride going into 2027. But, yeah, it's Parker Retzlaff. He's been really fun to watch, and I just can't wait to see what he can do moving forward.
If you take out Coda, which Coda, granted, he finished 30th. But if you take out Coda, he has not finished outside of the top 14 in the other 5 races.
Wow.
In the 99 Viking Motorsports, second year as an organization in the Xfinity Series, going against, I think he said it or somebody else said it, teams that have been around for decades in the O'Reilly Series. So, yeah, really impressive stuff. You guys know what else was impressive? Corey Heim getting the win on Friday. Ben for solid as he does with that golden horseshoe so far up his ass. and who was that? Who was in the lead before Corey Heim took it?
Chastain.
My pick, Ross Chastain.
Why did Chastain give him the bottom?
Because I picked him.
Why did Chastain give him the bottom in turn 3 and 4?
Because I picked him.
They interviewed Chastain after the race, and he's like, he literally said, I don't even know what just happened. He said, they told me he was close, and then he just shot past me. He's like, if I would have known he was that close and had that much of a run, I would have took the bottom. But he started on that restart, that final restart with 2 laps left. He was in 9th and passed the leader in 3 and 4 to win the race. In 2 laps, went from 9th to 1st.
Riley Herbst could do that.
Here we go with this.
Corey Heim gets the win. Ross Chastain, second place. Ben Miller has disappeared. It was a pleasure having you with us tonight, Ben. Hopefully you come back someday. Christian Eckes in third place. Caden Honeycutt.
Flashes.
Maybe his power went out.
His internet flashes.
Internet showed flashes. Literally. Oh, shit. Connor Mozak in the 7. Didn't know he was running in the 7. Sneaks out of 5th place finish. Christopher Bell in 6th in the 62. Grant Enfinger 7th. Gio Ruggiero in 8th. That's Garrett's favorite driver. Ben went away in a flash. And then Daniel Hemrick, who is rocking the Lagooner cut now. Gosh darn it, I didn't mean to bring that on this podcast. William Sawalich rounds out your top 10, driving the 1. Dinger in the 10, unprovoked. He didn't want to do it, but he was convinced, talked into it, got an 11th place finish. Lane Riggs 12th. That's really all the notable finishers. Chandler Smith, rough day in 17th. Brendan Queen 20th. Corey LaJoy, the all-star driver this week and next for the Ram trucks. Or I don't know if that's next week, but the next time they're at Rockingham in 22nd. And then this is why Corey LaJoy didn't want to run full-time in the truck series, I guess. And then I gotta say it. Where is he? Manny Tyrell 34th goes out early. I think I knew what happened, but do you remember what happened to Mr. Tyrell?
I don't remember.
Henry says we're all going to be in sensitivity training after this episode for flashes.
I mean, just look at this race. You had 8 different drivers leading laps. You had different movers. You had Corey Heim coming from 9th to 1st in 2 laps. Caden Honeycutt had a great start to the race. I mean, everybody. It was such a better race than the O'Reilly race. I am thoroughly enjoying the truck series this year, especially with the new manufacturer. Watching Ram try to figure it out, they have been struggling. I did expect them to struggle a little bit, but I think with that being a new manufacturer, they are going to be putting all the money and all the effort in to try and get that figured out, and we'll start seeing some, let's say, flashes from Ram here soon.
One day we just have to quit it, like cold turkey. We can't say flashes anymore. It's becoming too much on this channel. We're just going to have to change it to the Flash Podcast, the Flash Job Podcast. All right, let's take a look at these standings here in the truck series. Chandler Smith is in the lead with 172 points with Caden Honeycutt, second place in the point standings, just 33 points back of Chandler Smith. Lane Riggs is settling in third, just 41 points back. Gio's right there in fourth. Ty Majeski's not too far back in fifth. Christian X having a good having a good start to his season in sixth place, working his way up through the field. Ben Rhodes dropped a couple of spots to seventh. He's tied with Christian Eckes, though, for sixth. Corey Heim. Yeah, that's right. Part-time driver, 2 starts on the season. Corey Heim finds himself 8th in the point standings.
He is. Just look at some of the drivers.
What's stopping Tricon from just making the 5 full-time, putting them in the 5, and getting a waiver or something? Because NASCAR gives waivers to everything. And just you currently have, he's in the playoffs, 2 races behind.
I don't know how that would work. I mean, what if he's still in the top 10 after when it's time for the playoffs to start?
I feel like they just wouldn't.
I mean, he's ahead of Justin Haley, Brendan Butterbean McQueen, Stuart Friesen. Like
you skipped over upside down face, upside down kid. I might be a little unserious. Now I need sensitivity training. That's when I take the old. Henry's gonna have to send me the old video. When we did a league, we actually gave somebody sensitivity training because they said a bad word, and we the league folded a week after he actually went through it. That's funny. Since I know Chenry's one of two people in here. Ben, welcome back.
Yeah,
I
I'm
heard
back.
Heard your internet's been showing flashes over there.
Yeah, it definitely has been showing flashes. I obviously did not expect for the Wi-Fi to quit on me like that, so I apologize to you guys. Obviously,
I do.
All good. You have missed the most unserious 10 minutes of the Slide Job podcast. So
what did I miss? Just out of curiosity.
Sensitivity.
A lot
training.
of flashes. Sensitivity training.
Flashes and sensitivity training, huh?
Yeah.
I do want to point out though, Caden Honeycutt in second. This week, this race was his first race back with his actual crew chief. He was back this week and still running second with 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s on the year. I would not be surprised if that truck takes off and rattles off a couple wins here pretty quick.
Well, you said it in the preseason when we were previewing the Truck Series, right? Like, who's going to fill that void by Corey Heim? That was a name you threw out, if I remember correctly.
Well, I was originally expecting him to still have success, but not have the same success that Corey Heim had, which I don't think that'll.
Well, yeah, I think I think we all knew that. I don't think anybody in this Truck Series is going to do what Corey Heim did, but to an extent. Chandler Smith and Caden Honeycutt looking like Lane Riggs as well. It's still wide open. Like, we're only 4 races into the season. I feel like there's still so many twists and turns the Truck Series could take. It's the one series where you don't have somebody 80 points ahead of the rest of the field already. So it's kind of refreshing, and I'm curious to see, because Chandler Smith even had a rough day at Darlington and still has his nice cushion thanks to his stage points, amongst other things.
And currently right now, you would have all 4 manufacturers in the playoffs, which that's
true. Haley's the cutoff there in 10th. But searching through this field, just some people I noticed towards the bottom. Obviously, McQueen, Butterbean Queen, in 11th. He's right on the cut line, and Rand's going to get better throughout the season, so I'm not too worried about him. Grant Infinger is kind of at this point of his career, kind of a nothing burger for me. Daniel Dye, I don't know what happened to him, but he dropped to 19th this season. Penny Tyrell, not quite the start we wanted to see out of the 14. But again, you got to remember the stakes at hand. If he can improve towards the end of the year, or are they racing at Martinsville next week? No, Rockingham's their next race.
Rockingham.
Right? That's a bummer, because I think that would have been a really good race to see Penny Tyrell maybe show his stuff.
He's a good short track racer.
Bristol on April 10th. That's the race that I'm looking for Minnie Tyrell and Butterbean McQueen to show what they've got.
Absolutely.
Kind of racing.
2 great short track racers.
Could kind of play to their strengths, no?
I don't think, no.
It's going to be tire wear. It's not off throttle time. Like, Martinsville would be a perfect race for Ram.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Well, that's our look through the Truck Series garage for now. Maybe we'll give a little more in-depth view next time when we didn't go on a 5-minute tangent on sensitivity training and flashes and flash job podcasts and all that stuff. So anyways, let's get to our final thoughts here in the chat. If you have anything you guys want to get out before we wrap up the live stream, be sure to let us know. Chenry, I swear, if you actually send me that sensitivity training, I'm not watching it.
You want to go over Fast 5, Colton?
Yes, Fast 5, of course.
Yeah.
Do I want to? No, but I guess we should do it for the show.
I do. We should definitely talk about it.
Ben, you pulled a rabbit out of your ass and luckily got the most points this week. If it wasn't
I
for
always do.
Corey Heim going 9 to first.
He always does. Like you said, he always does.
So going to Fast Five, post Darlington, Ben came away with the most points this week with 50. I got 47, and Colton rounded at the bottom with 28. Ben scored 40, but he did get 10 bonus points for picking Corey Heim. Colton had Ross, and I had Bell. And then in the O'Reilly, me and Colton both had Larson. Ben had Bell. So total, Ben got 50, 47, and 28. Makes the total scores. Ben still in the lead at 261. Colton's got 227, and I have 206.
I wish this was vodka.
Wish it was vodka.
If only.
What do you got in that bottle over there, Ben?
Do what now?
What do you got in that bottle over there, Ben? That looks awful.
I wish it was vodka.
Ben,
Celebrate your win.
No, I'm kidding.
All right.
Ben,
If y'all can't tell,
we don't want to start those stories from Atlanta.
not the Miller cans. All right. So if y'all can't tell, I didn't get much sleep last night, so my filter kind of turned off about halfway through this episode. I hope you all did enjoy this unfiltered episode of the Slide Job Podcast. If you did, be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts. Apparently my bracket's about to die.
Oh, Florida might be about to
Henry.
lose.
Oh, for real? What's the score?
Well, there's
2:56 left, a 1-point game.
Oh, all right.
Hey, they could win. They could also win. Let's see, what else do I got here? Be sure to come back on Thursday. We record Thursday. Come back on Friday for our regular show. Ben should be back on Thursday to record, so we should hopefully
Yep, I will be back.
get you an actual Fast Five without us just filling in for Ben. And yeah, be sure to tune in next Sunday after the race, about 20-40 minutes. Well, we got Martinsville coming up. That ought to be a fun race for sure. We'll be sure to follow me, LFC__99, Bull at Bull_81818, Ben at Ben Miller PXP, the channel at Slide Job X on X. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.